Alright, welcome to your final math video for the week. Now, remember again, you have this entire poster in your packet. So if you haven't done so already, I would rip it out and make sure that you use it for this page because you are going to be looking at all four. Use it, share it, add it, and drop it. Remember the first day you learned about this, you learned just about add it and drop it, and then the next day you learned about just use it and share it. Well, now you're going to learn about all four. So, let's read our problem. I'm going on a hiking trip that is 78 miles long. I plan on hiking 9 miles each day. How many days will I hike the full amount of miles? That is a key word there. It's not just asking how many miles will I hike each day. It's asking how many days am I going to hike the full amount? Let's look at our page. Oh, I see on this one it says use this when the question asks for full or whole items. So it's going to be a drop it problem. Okay, let's solve it first and then we'll look at what exactly we have to do. So 78 divided by 9, or what times 9 gets me something close to 78 without going over? I know that 8 times 9 is 72. I subtract and I get 6. I have 8 remainder 6. Alright, and it says for drop it problems, we use only the quotient. We drop the remainder. So this is our quotient right here. We're going to drop the remainder. So our answer is 8. 8 what? Well, let's look back at what the problem asked. How many days? So 8 days we will hike the full amount. Maria is making bracelets to sell at a fundraiser. She has 189 beads, and it takes 8 beads to make a bracelet. After she has finished making bracelets, how many extra beads will she have left over? I'll give you a huge hint for almost all of these. Usually the keywords are going to be somewhere in that last sentence. Alright, well let's look back at it. I can see right here, this one says, use this when the question asks how much is left over. So we're going to use only the remainder. So let's go ahead and solve it. 189 divided by 8. What times 8 gets me close to 18 without going over? 2, because 2 times 8 is 16. What times 8 gets me close to 9 without going over? 3, because 3 times 8 is 24. Sorry, I ran out of room there, but that's the remainder 5. Alright, and if it's a use it problem, we need to use only the remainder. So how many extra beads does she have left over? Here's our remainder 5. 5 beads. So this one was a drop it. This one was a use it. Let's look at this next one. We are planning a field trip to see Patrick Doherty and his amazing stick work. Parents are driving and each parent can take 4 students in their car. How many cars will our class need if only 19 students are going on the field trip? 19. Alright, I'm going to actually solve this one first because there's no key words in here that really are making me think of which one it is. I don't really see any keywords. There's nothing for me to underline. So why don't we solve it first? Let's do 19 divided by 4. What times 4 gets me close to 19 without going over? 4. Because 4 times 4 is 16. I subtract and I get 3. So I have 4 remainder 3. Alright, now it's saying how many cars do we need? If we look at this, this means we need 4 cars and we're going to have 3 students left over. I really think that what this one fits is an add it problem, when everything or everyone has to fit. We don't want to leave 3 kids out. If we took 4 cars, there would be 3 kids that just don't have a ride. So I think that this is an add it problem because everything or everyone has to fit. And for an add it, we take the quotient and add 1 more. So our quotient is 4. We're going to add 1 more and it would be 5. We need, how many cars do we need? 5 cars. Oh, something that I told the class is I made this last year for last year's class, so if you see names like Reggie or I have a Logan here or Ezra, that's because this was last year's class, so sorry I didn't make your guys' names in there. But Reggie made 24 cookies for his 4 friends. If he and his 4 friends, eat all the cookies, how many will they each eat? Well, he and his 4 friends means it's 5 people total. And I don't really see any keywords. I have a funny feeling it's going to be a share it problem since we're talking about food, and that's an item that can be easily split. But I'm not positive yet. Let's divide first. And the reason, again, I have 5 is because it's his 4 friends and him. So if we do 24 divided by 5, what times 5 gets me close to 24 without going over? What times 5 gets me close to 24 without going over? 4. 4 times 5 is 20. I subtract and I get a remainder of 4. So that means each kid can have 4 cookies, and there's 4 left over. But they're going to eat all the cookies. So I think that this is a share it problem. Remember, for a share it problem, we need to include the remainder in our answer as a fraction. How you do that is you take the remainder, draw a line, put it over that divisor, and so our answer is 4 4/5. 4 4/5. What? How many will they each eat? Oh, 4 4/5 cookies. All right. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 problems left. I'd like you to try those on your own. Remember that you're going to have to decide if the problem is a share it, add it, use it, or drop it. Let me know if you have any questions. You got this.